X and Y. Okay, what should I put here for my first domain? Check. Okay, and what's the corresponding range?
4.
Okay, next.
Then it's gonna be 2. No, -1.
What's
Then it's gonna be 1.
okay?
It's gonna be 0.
And
And then it's gonna be 0.
okay?
And then it's gonna be 1. And it's gonna be 1. And it's gonna be 2. And it's gonna be 2. Yeah.
Is there any table that we can see that matches this table? Table B. Okay, so on your paper, we move down to the table area, right? We're still under graph A. We would take those ordered pairs that we made, just like we did under graph A. Now we go to table A. And we're gonna write our table and then we'll say it represents table B. And ultimately we wanna match them. They're not in order. So on this paper, table A, graph A, equation A, and rule A, they don't all go together. Okay, so they're all mixed up.
So you want to
We're trying to make them right by using this kind of organizer.
So you want to right here.
So under graph A, okay, under the part where it says graphs, we put graph A. We wrote our ordered pairs, we listed our domains and ranges. Then I moved down to table. I'm sticking with graph A because that's the graph we started from. And I made my own table, and I'm gonna write table B because that's what matches with it, okay? All right, once we have our table, we need to keep moving because we need to match it. So flip over, go to equations. We're still under graph A, but now we need to talk about an equation. Okay, for an equation, if we are given inputs in an equation, can we find an output? How? Plug in the number that they give you for the X to find the if they give you, to find the range, if they give you an output, can you find an input? If they give you an output in a function? Subtract. I hear subtract, but maybe, where does that come from? Where are you going to plug in that range?
You go plug into
the Y. Into the Y to find X. Good. So can we take any of these domains that they gave us, any of these X values, take a look at the 4 different equations that they give you. If I put in 2, -2 for one of these equations, do I get 4? And does it follow for every single one? The rule has to be the same. It has to apply for every single input.
Let's use 1.
Okay? So what I did here, I kind of already did this for you, right? I dropped down to equation C. And I said, okay, equation C says y equals x squared. So if my input is -2, what's -2 squared?
What?
-2 squared is 4, right? A negative times a negative is a positive. So if my input is -2, my output's 4. So far, that follows. Let's try with an input of -1. -1 squared is? I don't know. -1 times -1 is? 1. That follows. Let's see here. 0 squared. 0 to the second power.
0.
Follows. What about 1 squared?
1.
That follows. What about 2 to the second power?
4.
So which equation from this chart goes with graph A? Equation C. So we're on this page, right? Just kind of showing you how to do it. Under graph A, we can show our work. We can show our work of plugging in the inputs to get the outputs. That's how we checked our work. And then right at the bottom, I would write equation C.
Right here.
So that was tables. So tables, we took these and we made tables, and then we wrote table B, because that's the one it matches with. Now we're on equations. Okay, so equations we can show. We're still working with graph A. We show that we plug in, we solve, we're checking our work, and right underneath it we'll write equation C, because that's the equation it matches with. Okay. And then we have one more step. We have one last step. so within the equations box for graph A, because we've all started, right? We've originated from graph A. We're plugging in. We're making sure that that works for each and every input and output. Now, move down underneath equations. So we're right here. All right, Eric, move it here. I'm all mixed up. Here we go. We will take that back and we found our little things. I'm going to see John, so looking at graph, it hasn't made a table for graph. That will go here. Okay? And then, we made equations, we plugged in, so we're showing our work here. And now we're going to move. And the tricky thing is, we're originating from graph A, which is obviously this table is represented by table B, right? So that's what we're table B. And then the equation that we saw was with what? Which equation? So we're showing ours so we can match it all up, because at the end, we have a chart where they want us to say which one matches with what. So we're kind of creating like a flow, right? Okay. All right, last but not least, we have to talk about the rule. You never know school. Yeah. Okay, we have to talk about that rule. What I want you to look at when you have a rule, so we started with a graph. We were able to find the ordered pairs and put them in a table. We were able to go from a table and check it to get an equation. And now we need to talk about an equation to a rule. They give you 4 different rules. What's my equation? Just remind me of what my equation was. Y equals what? Okay. So when you're looking at an equation and you want to find the rule, I have some questions I want you to ask yourself. Okay? I want you to say to yourself, what's the relationship between the domain and the range? To go from this input to this output, what do I need to do? Okay? Is my range increasing or decreasing? Does it go down then up, right? Is there a constant rate of change? Think linear. When we talk about constant rate, think slope. What words signal you to use an operation? So if it says 3 more than, are you going to add or are you going to subtract?
More.
Right? Okay, so those are things I want you thinking about when you're looking. So what are we doing to the domain to get to the range? Just as a general rule, no matter what our input is, how do we go from an input to an output? We have to plug in, but no matter what that input was, what will we do? Multiply what? By?
By value.
By what?
By value.
The x by its value. Why? Sure, perfect. We're going to multiply the x by its value because we're taking it to the second power. And an exponent of 2 tells you to do what? Multiply the number by itself twice. Okay? So here we've basically gone through, and we've gone from graph A. Okay, we start with graph A. We looked at it. We found our ordered pairs. Okay, this is the flow of it. So look up here if you're getting a little confused. We found graph A. We wrote down the ordered pairs. We moved down to tables. We created a table from the ordered pairs, and we realized the table that shows the same information was table B. So we wrote table B right underneath it. We flipped the page. We went to equations. We used that input and those outputs to verify the equation. And the equation that we found it matched with was equation C. So we wrote equation C real small. And then the rule that applied is rule A. So what I want you to do, Eric, before you get so excited you jump out your seat, take the page with all the graphs and the tables, flip it over. Okay, this is what we set up for. If you look at graph A, which equation does it match with? That's what you're writing. We found out it matches with equation B, so you'll put a B next to the A. Which table, equation C, I'm sorry, which table matches with graph A? Yes, I was wrong, thank you. Which table matches with graph A? Table B. So we would write a B under table for A. And which rule matches with graph A? Rule A. So we would write an A under this rule. Hold on one sec. I'd like you to take this home and to continue using this to help you. The last thing I need you to do once you fill this in is to go ahead and explain your answers. Have a good day, guys. Stay safe with the hurricane.